everybody, I'm the Otaku Artist, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, a lot of things happened. First of all, Colin, the little sweet boy that he is, got kidnapped, and we had to go save him. And then we decided to climb up Death Mountain and realize that the Gorons really weren't friendly with us. So in this episode, we're going to find out what that is and go confront the Gorons. So remember how I said last time, always wear iron boots? You need to wear iron boots. Also, we're going to start a dungeon this episode, so I suggest that you have some sort of healing on you. Personally, I think the best route to go, since we have low amount of hearts, is milk. So I have 2 milk bottles at the moment, so I suggest that you do the same. So, let's go! Angry Link, go! Dun, 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 dun. Angry Link. I'm angry, I mean business! Hey. Enough! Is this young one such an imposing enemy that you must all gang up on him? I think not, little brothers. I am a Gorn Elder, little human. I am called Goron. Because of certain circumstances, I must lead the Goron tribe in place of Darbus, our tribal patriarch. Tell me, little human, do you come from the village below? You have done well to come this far. You are strong. For a human. However, the mines beyond here are sacred to my tribe. Outsiders are not allowed. Unless... I could make an exception, but you would have to beat me in a contest of power. Are you willing to try that, little human? Yeah, 1v1! You and me, let's go! Sumo wrestling time, go! Because apparently Gorons are sumo wrestlers in this, timeline. This is so weird, but I love it. Angry Link! Yes! Okay, so he is harder than Bo. Also, I accidentally... Okay, there. I suggest slapping and dodging. And yeah, if you slap and dodge like I just did there, it's really easy. Young warrior, you have a strong will and sharp eyes. Fine traits. Want to see how well you can use them? You have seen it, I would bet. The mountain erupting without pause. When the mountain began to rage, all 4 of us elders and Darbus, our patriarch, went inside to investigate its anger. We have a treasure that was entrusted to us by the spirits, and we must protect it. Do you understand? But the moment Darbus reached out and touched the treasure, everything went wrong. He collapsed, and before our very eyes transformed into an unspeakable monster. He began to rage throughout the mines, trailing ruin behind him, and the eruptions grew more frequent and more severe. We used all of our strength to seal him deep inside the mountain. It grieved us to do this to our patriarch, but we had no other course of action. I ask this favor of you, young warrior. Go to the aid of Darbus. Make no mistake, the spirits have guided you here. I, Goron, need your help. On behalf of my entire clan, I ask you for your aid. Hey. You two, let the young warrior pass. I always think of Ocarina of Time with the Zora King, you know, you know what I mean. Anyway, so now we have access to our second dungeon. So without further ado, there's nothing else we can do beforehand. So we're gonna go inside to the Goron Mines. And strangely enough, we don't need the red tunic, even though it is extremely hot. Extremely hot. Like in the corner, there's like a cafe, and like all the coffee is already made. They don't need any equipment because it's like so hot. I don't know, that's kind of funny. There's like a Goron cafe. Alright, so... Is this a mine or volcano? You mean to tell me that the Gorons come in and out of this place like it's no big deal? You're just a measly human! If you fall into that lava, that's the end of it, so be careful. Yeah, what she said. It doesn't go into an immediate game over, it just takes away hearts, but I think it takes a lot of hearts, since we're doing, 4 times damage. But, yeah. So, unlike normally how you get the iron boots and you go to a water dungeon, in this, we're going to use the iron boots a lot in here. And the cutscene does take up time for these timers, so watch out. You can wait if you're, like, not, like, if you think you're not gonna make it. I think it might be this one that if you don't wait and try again, you have to actually start over. Nope, apparently not. Also, oh, excuse me. Anyway, did you see that enemy? That enemy is not used a lot in this dungeon for some odd reason, but it is used quite a bit in Skyward Sword, so that's good. Because, strangely enough, that's like an enemy that goes really hardly used here. Anyway, that was just a lava slug. Yes, a lava slug. So, we got 20 bucks, yay! We got his life savings. Anyway, so on the ceilings, there are going to be these lava slugs. I don't think a slingshot does anything to them. I think it might knock them down, but I don't think it will do damage. Let me try it. Yeah, it doesn't do anything to them. You just have to wait, and if they do, if they do that, they damage you, so watch out, but they're just like measly pests. Before we hit the switch, you want to come over here and make these lava slugs, this one lava slug fall, because if you run through here, he could really mess you up on your timing and you would have to start over, so it's good to take care of that beforehand. And there we go. So, pretty easy so far, just gotta be careful with your jumps. And there we go. And then, this is taking too long. Angry Link, go! So, yeah. Goodbye, lava slugs. Alright, so now we're in this part of the dungeon. And, oh my gosh, I just realized something. We're in a lava, like, very hot area, right? Everything's made out of metal. Can you imagine how burning hot that must feel? How the heck is Link fine with that? And the iron boots must be scalding hot as well. I never thought about that until just now, because everything in here must be burning hot. Like, realistically, he would really have to be wearing something that would really, just really help him. You know, speaking of dungeons, I just thought of something. We have elemental dungeons like fire, water, grass, or earth, or whatever you want to say. We got a small key. But there really hasn't been any electric dungeons. Is there one in Skyward Sword? I mean, there's electric enemies in Zelda games. And I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, there's electric enemies in like water dungeons, but what I mean is like a dungeon completely. Oh wait, there is in Skyward Sword. There's like desert, and there's a lot of electric enemies. But I don't even mean that. I mean like a dungeon that's focused solely on electric. I think that would be really cool. So yeah. Don't worry, these guys aren't gonna fall on you, so you can continue on your merry way. Yeah. So while we're going through this dungeon, I don't really have to explain anything, because if you're playing along, you can just either watch me play or it's just very simplified. So before we have to go with anything, we have to explain something. I want to say something. no one talks about Twilight Princess's beta, and it really shocks me. There is a lot of beta stuff that no one talks about. One thing about it is, in the early trailers, there is a fire temple, or fire dungeon, that is, like, completely unused. Like, if you look at early trailers, you'll see what I mean. And I actually would like to have that dungeon and this dungeon, because it looked really like Ocarina of Time-ish. So, yeah. So what we want to do here is grab, and you want to hold the A button, and you're going to have to do this. And what I suggest doing is waiting until the geyser's about to fall, and then start running. Like, now. Timing it means that you don't have to wait, which is much better, because this is a timer and you don't want to have to do it again, and that will actually hurt you if you stand there. I don't know if it will kill you, but I'm not gonna find out. Alright, and one thing that doesn't make any sense is how the heck is this water not boiling? I mean, it's Zelda logic, but still, it would be boiling water. Unless there's like ice packed in here, it would have to be. Also, do you see that above our heads? That's new. That's a water gauge. And at the moment, we don't have anything to make it so we can breathe underwater or anything like that. So when that runs out, you start taking damage and die. So don't stay underwater too long. And here is another gimmick with the iron boots. It's like magnets. So if you see any of this ground, that means you can walk on it. And like a stick. So yeah. This guy I think looks really cool because if you look at his back, it's like little tiny volcanoes or smokestacks or like hot springs like type deal, and I thought that was really cool. There should be like more Gorons, or like when they age, like they have those. I think that would be really cool. Now watch, he has some Goron illness or disease or something. Anyway.
Ah, I thought I felt a present, but what a surprise to find a young human. Word has come to me of you, and if Goron has faith in you, then your heart must be true. I am one of the 4 Gorn Elders. Goromoto is my name. You are heroic, young human. Please, you must lend this tribe your power.
You got a key shard! You need all 3 shards to return the big key to its real shape. So this is the gimmick. There are a total of 3 Gorn Elders in this dungeon. We just made the first one. Each one has a key shard, and you have to final them to create the big key. So yeah, it's a really cool gimmick in this dungeon. I really like the gimmick.
That is one of the key shards that, when merged together, form the key to the room where Darbus is being held. He is our patriarch. The key is split into 3 pieces. Each of us elders keeps a piece. You must hurry to the other elders.
Alright. Well, before we did that, we're gonna rob you. Screw it! We're robbing this old man! Yeah, we're going to steal his map. So here's the dungeon map. Oops, wrong one. No. There. So this dungeon has 2 floors, unlike our last dungeon, which no, it had 2 floors too. Yeah, it had 2 floors too. Ah, what am I thinking? Anyway, so here, to get to the 2nd floor, we're going to use our magnet ability. So I'll show you like what I mean later. But yeah, so that's our dungeon. We've explored all floor 1. So now we just have to go to the 2nd floor. And now we're gonna still rob him again because why not? Why not just rob this old man? Now we got 20 rupees. We got 20 bucks. Screw you, old man. Screw you. Yeah. Also, do you see that? You can't hit it with the slingshot, but doesn't it look like something that, like, if you hit it, you'd get, like, a red rupee out of it or something? I don't know. Okay. Look who it is. It's Oku.
Phew, free at last.
gracious, you're that nice fellow who helped me out the other day. How nice to see you again. Well, now that we've found each other again, let's stick together for a bit, I'll be right with you, so if you want to warp out, just let me know. You reunited with Uku. This kind character will let you out of the dungeon and return you to where you are. And Link is not weirded out this time. He's gotten used to the chicken nipple thing. I put together the word nipple and chicken. Anyway. Yes, screw calling them Uku. They're chickles. I don't know. Anyway. Before we continue with the dungeon, I'd like to show you what happens when you want to warp out of the dungeon. Oh, do you want to leave? I can warp you right out. You can return right here, so there are no worries. Yes, so whatever room you are in the dungeon, she will warp you back to the same room you were in. But if you walk into a dungeon without warping that she's in, she will just appear at the front and you cannot warp back to the room you were in. But this is really helpful if you want to, hey, I forgot to do a side quest. I really am sick of this dungeon. I'm going to go do that side quest. Or, I'm low on hearts. I want to get a potion. Something like that. So we're going to click on Warp Out. Yes, yes. Now, think to me. Let me introduce you. This is Uku Jr. Yes, the Ukus defy the laws of reproducing, and instead, when they have a child, it's a floating head with ears that are wings. Yeah, so I'm guessing they grow the body later, but I know I know they're so weird. And I think that I know I should be weirded out here, but I really like the Ukus, as weird as they are. It's the same as Tingle. They're so weird, but I really like them. Still, though, they're really weird. So, she will warp you to the beginning of the dungeon. Well, the outside of the dungeon. So, when you want to go back, you just click on Uku Jr. and...
Want to go back to my mama?
Go back.
You got it, Mama. Here we come.
And then he'll warp you back. So, it's really helpful, and it's such a weird character. And I know I should be so, like, not liking them, but I really like them. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. So now we're just gonna carry on to the dungeon, now that I've gotten all that information out of the way about the dungeon gimmick, my thoughts on this dungeon, etc. And Uku, of course, because who can forget her? Who can forget Uku? Alright, so... I'm gonna go here. And... I'm gonna finish this episode off in a few minutes, but before I do, I would like to get this chest because, excuse me, because I just want to get this chest. There's not really any reason to it, I just want to get the chest out of the way. So we got a piece of art. So that's good. So this is gonna take a while, so I'm just going to fast forward to where we are, so see you guys in a few seconds, a few minutes my time, because this takes a long time. Okay, I know I was fast forwarding, but just want to say, how the heck is Link's hat defying gravity? Everything's defying gravity. I guess it's because of the magnetism, but I still think that's funny. So, we're back. It really takes a long time. I guess that's pretty much, like, the one disadvantage of this walking thing. I kind of wish maybe that it was faster, or maybe, like, I don't know, maybe, maybe some sort of fast forward button, I don't know. I don't know how they would do it, but they could figure it out. So, we've gotten into this room, and we see a lot of bokoblins, somehow not on fire because of the heat. So, I think that's enough for this episode. So, in the next episode, we're gonna continue going on this dungeon. I don't think we're gonna be able to beat it, but we will probably maybe get the other key, or shard, at least one of them. So, I'll see you guys next time. I'm the Otaku Artist.